Hi everybody, in this video, I'm going to talk about what you can do if you were impacted by the executive order that was signed a couple of days ago that's impacting non-immigrant visas. Really quickly, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Michael Ashoori and I'm a US immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles, California. At my law firm, we focus exclusively on immigration law. We work with clients from all over the world and we regularly post videos to keep you updated with everything that's going on in immigration. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. Now let's get started. So as many of you know, a couple of days ago, President Trump signed an executive order which is temporarily suspending the issuance of certain non-immigrant visas, such as the H-1B visa, the L1 visa, the J1 visa, the H-4 visa, and the H-2B visa. So this executive order is targeting people that are outside of the United States that do not yet have a visa. But the question is, what can you do if you're planning on coming to the United States? And in this video, we're going to talk about 3 solutions. So the first solution that I want to mention is considering other visa options. Because as we just mentioned, the executive order that was signed is just targeting a select number of non-immigrant visas, but there are many non-immigrant visas that you could potentially consider. So one non-immigrant visa that I want to talk to you about is the E2 visa. The E2 visa allows you to invest in the United States, and based on making an investment, you get the opportunity to live in the United States and work for your business that you're investing in. Additionally, with an E2 visa, your spouse can also qualify for work authorization. So that's the E2 visa. Another visa that I want to talk to you about is the O1 visa. The O1 visa is for people that are exceptional in their field. There's a lot of fields that qualify. For example, if they're exceptional in business, in the arts, in many different types of industries. And basically, to prove that you're exceptional, you have to satisfy various criteria. For example, showing that you have awards in your field, that there is press released about you, and there's various other criteria, and you have to satisfy 3 of the different forms of criteria that they're looking for. And that's how the O1 visa works. And again, the O1 allows you to work in the United States. So other than the O1 visa, we have some other visas, and again, there's a lot of visas to talk about, and I'm just gonna keep it to a select few. But another work visa is the TN visa. The TN visa is for citizens of Canada and Mexico, and it allows people to come to the United States if they have a job offer and work in various occupations. Additionally, we have another visa called the E3 visa for citizens of Australia that is very similar to an H-1B visa. And the point that I want to make to you is that there are a lot of other work visas that are available that are not targeted by President Trump's executive order. So again, to wrap up strategy number 1, it's to look for other visa options that could be available to you. Now let's move on to strategy number 2. And strategy number 2 is to see if you fit into one of the exceptions that's mentioned by President within the executive order. So again, the executive order that was signed a couple days ago has various exceptions that are listed within it. And I'm going to mention 2 of them very quickly. And one of them is for people that are working in the national interest. If whatever work that you're going to be doing inside of the United States is in the national interest, it's benefiting the United States, and it's in the national interest of the United States, then you could potentially qualify for an exemption from the executive order. So that's one of the exceptions. The second exception that I want to talk about is one that was very clearly mentioned within the executive order, and it's for people that are going to be working in the U.S. food supply chain. So if you fall into one of those exceptions, it's noteworthy, and it's worthy of exploring whether you are exempt from the executive order. So again, that's strategy number 2. Now moving on to strategy number 3, and it's going to be what's called a change of status. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, this executive order is targeting people that are outside of the United States without a visa. And what the executive order is doing is it's suspending the issuance of visas. But the executive order does not target people that are already inside the United States. So if you're already in the United States, you can do something called a change of status. A change of status is when you go from one non-immigrant status to another non-immigrant status within the United States. And it's filed, a change of status application is filed directly with USCIS. And again, I want to repeat that USCIS is still processing change of status applications. Even in H-1B and L and J and H-2B, those different categories that are specifically targeted by the executive order, they are available for doing a change of status. Again, a change of status is when you're in the United States and you go from one non-immigrant status to another non-immigrant status. Okay, so there you have it. Those are 3 solutions for dealing with this executive order. To do a very quick recap, number 1 is to look into other non-immigrant visas that you could potentially qualify for. Strategy 2 is to check if you fall into one of the exceptions to this executive order. And strategy 3 is to do a change of status from within the United States. So, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you know anybody that could benefit from this video, go ahead and share with them, because ultimately what we're doing is we're sharing knowledge to help empower our community. So definitely go ahead and share this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Definitely also like this video. When you like the video, it really helps us out. So please go ahead and like. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video. One more thing, I have to tell you, please, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Subscribing is the best way to be up to date with all the information that we're putting out there. You know, as you can see, every single day we're seeing all kinds of updates with immigration, and we're keeping you updated, and the best way to stay informed is to subscribe. Thank you guys so much.